Good evening, Chris Williams here, and I am with our National Network leader, Jimmy Chapman. Jimmy Chapman, good evening, how are you?
I'm excellent, Chris. Good to see you again.
Can we still say Happy New Year?
Oh, yes. It's always happy, isn't it? Every day's New Year.
Brilliant, brilliant. So Jimmy, we were going to have a chat about some stuff. We've got the kickoff events going off. We've got Express Day looming in March. We've got a wonderful 20-point challenge going on. So where did you want to start?
First of all, congratulations to you, Karen and Mark, and your team, and everyone involved yesterday at your seminar, the Live, Love, Laugh seminar. Sorry, there was that much going on, isn't it? You're trying to be in 2-3 places at once. It was absolutely amazing yesterday.
Thank you.
The buzz in the room. And once again, with seminars, you look at going out and you're like, oh, is it finished already? It went so quick yesterday. People were on a high. And when people feel good, they have belief and they go and do more. And that's what's so crucial about getting to these kickoff events so early in January, where I think everyone, it's human nature from as long as I can remember, New Year's resolutions, draw a line in the sand, this year's going to be different. And the sign of insanity is to carry on doing something different, doing the same thing and expecting a different results. But I think what you put on yesterday, Chris, people will get different results. So well done. You definitely achieved your aim yesterday, man.
And I think, you know, what took us by, I mean, the real enthusiasm in the room, the atmosphere in the room, I really think people are looking at this year as the year, you know, there's been changes in the company. We've been promoting the fact that, you know, we've got Alex Heitaglu and our new Chief Commercial Officers come in. And, you know, we're on the cusp of change where the business is looking, instead of it's a them and us, it's a partner business. And, you know, so many people are really, really excited. It's almost like a line's been drawn in the sand, and this really is our year. So I think it's a combination of everything happening at the moment. People are really excited.
It is. And I think we're coming up to our 17th year now in the business, and we've been to many, many seminars. And yeah, businesses change, adapt. They have to. And getting a new. It's funny, isn't it? I'm 49 this year, a much younger guy, Alex. Yeah, this is the 9th year I've been celebrating my 40th birthday. Take that tip off you. And Nick's just said to me there, right, we've done some goals. I went, oh, have we? She tells us my goals. She said, yeah, we're going to Hawaii for your 50th. And this is where sometimes you have to pinch yourself and go, I couldn't go to Hartlepool for my 21st. I was that poor. No disrespect to people who live in Hartlepool. And to have that opportunity, and it's the same for all of us. And yeah, we come away from there, but already on Friday night, we did our goals again.
Yeah.
We went through it. It was nice to have the kids sitting here going through what they want to do. And they keep on at us. And if you haven't got kids, borrow someone else's kids, but ask for permission. It's funny when they don't say or understand, oh, we can't do that, we can't afford it, we can't get time off work. Because our kids have grew up with us where we've made the time.
Yeah.
And we've worked hard to get the money. And I think the first thing that every one of us needs to do is draw a line in the sand again. That's what's exciting. Fresh start and do some real hairy, exciting goals.
Yeah.
And some goals that may be small to other people. But I remember when we first started, it was £200 a month. Taking parents out for a meal. It seems, no disrespect, pennies now when you look at it. But it was give us so much pride that we'd gone out on top of jobs and then achieved them so-called small goals early on. But that builds up and builds up and builds up, and then you achieve your big goals, which is absolutely amazing. So make sure you go back, and you're the main man. You taught us how to do goals properly. Do your goals properly.
Yeah.
Write them down. It says in so many books, so many CDs, and so many successful people, goal set. Just copy what they do and do what they say to you.
Yeah, it's a really, really important point. I've done a goal setting workshop last week. We're doing one on Wednesday. Both of them oversubscribed with waiting lists.
Wow,
so you know, it's great to see and see that everybody is really focusing on what they want this business to deliver to them.
We've been going 20 years as a company now. I know me and Nick didn't join at the start, but we looked at people who are achieving stuff, and there's when they said there's a record number of people going on once again this year, once in a lifetime holiday. It makes you laugh. How many once in a lifetime holidays are these people going on?
They keep getting better, don't they?
And it's amazing to speak to people yesterday and phoning people, congratulate them, and you get drawn into their excitement because you know what, they've worked hard. This business is not easy. It's not. It's simple. And it only rewards the people who go out of their way, give stuff up to go and do things. And one of the major things you can do is sit down and write your goals. And it could take running 2 hours. You got us to do it again yesterday. 48 new goals, I think we wrote down in 5 minutes. And that's on top of everything we've achieved. So what first top tip is do your goals.
Do your goals. And
then you got to go, right, who am I going to speak to?
Right.
And even if you're highly skilled, and Sam's grew up with this, we sat down the other night and went, right, you've spoke to everyone, have you? Yeah, I've spoke to everyone. Right, give us your phone. And we went through his phone and we got 77 names down of people who live within 30 miles of here. And that was his task. I went, just phone all them 77 people. I'm not bothered whether you get any appointments. What I'm bothered about is you stick to them little scripts that work and you go through the task. He went upstairs. About 10 minutes later, he went, right, some people didn't answer the phone. Focus on the negativity, as we always do. I went, not bothered if they didn't answer the phone. How many appointments you got? And he went, 3. I went, there you go. Listen to this. He went, I'm going to see your brother who said no for 16 years. Brilliant. All he said is, yes, I'm come over. What do I need to do? Oh, there you go.
Well, that happened to me. My mother wouldn't sign up. And the only way she signed up was when Daisy, my daughter, became a business partner, and she would sign up with Daisy.
I knew I was adopted.
Doesn't matter how you do it, does it? So you've got to share with them goal setting, building the list. So what's the script? Because you've got to share that script that you gave this time. Everybody's going to want to know what that is.
Do you know what? We were coming back from Jumanji before, and I knew when I get nervous doing these calls because you just want to do your best for people and not make people believe. We just do what we say we do. Yeah. I thought, I wonder how many people in the UK have you said, would you like to go to Henley Regatta for free? Let's do a survey. So there we go. Chris, would you like to go to Henley Regatta for free?
Yeah, I would.
Right. Okay, there's a catch. You need to get paid to go. A smile. So, listen, to explain it, I need about 20 minutes of your valuable time. How soon can we get together?
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah.
Would you like to go to... You may get 5 out of 10 people say, no, I wouldn't actually. I've lost my armbands or something. I don't know. I've never been to Henley Regatta, but it's so exciting thinking. And when you think the journey there, 6 points is going to get you £100. 12 points is going to get you £100 and a luxury spa weekend. And 20 points. Now, these are the company's goals. They're not your goals. Your goals, seriously, I'm looking at you now. They're bigger than that.
Yeah.
They are bigger than that. And if you go and get your 20 points between now and the 31st of February, I don't keep count of the days and months and all that anymore. If you go out before the end of February and get your 20 points, I don't know how much you're going to earn. But it's going to make a difference to any bills you've had over Christmas or any early year financial problems you got, or even if you haven't got financial problems, just that extra few £100, maybe a couple of grand, and you get Henley Regatta and all the other benefits as well. It's absolutely amazing.
And your business is going to grow, isn't it? And your business grows, you put a great foundation in place, and then the other things that you personally want to get, the business can deliver it if you do this. And these promotions, it's proven, like you said, there's more people qualified for the hampers, for the holiday lifetime than we've ever had before. But the main thing is their businesses are bigger and better for it, and they're inspiring their team. So the next promotion, the team wants to get on it more. I mean, just that £100. Yesterday we were talking, what if there's 10 of you get it? You've got £1,000. I mean, just think of the party you could throw, or the stuff you could do with that would be awesome. So that's really worth going for.
He makes more or less his age. He was signed up. They'll get £100, and he said that I'll just set them a little challenge themselves, and if they achieve it, that'll pay for me to take them bowling as a reward.
Yeah.
And we can have a night bowling, and the emphasis is on fun as well. You got to do the work. You got to have the fun. Work hard, play hard. You taught me. That's why my back's a mess today. 49 sledging without a sledge in the Scottish Islands. I recommend it.
Well, it shows you don't have to be clever to do this then, because you can't. What you do is...
I've never understood that statement. What does that mean? So when you look at that and you're looking at individuals, and I know yourself, and you mentioned record numbers for the hamper, and I'll say to people who've just joined or didn't get the hamper, This is the draw on the line in the sand moments. But you don't want to. It's about activity. Yeah, activity. That's what it's about. And doing the simple things properly, like setting your goals, doing the list, practice the calls, practice in the mirror, practice on yourself, record yourself. It will feel like your teeth are in the wrong way round. But just as you make that call, think, what's the benefits of making this call? And what's the consequences of not? That's what drove Nick and I for many, many years. If you don't make that call, people are missing out. Andrew and Alex, I won't say his surname, said it on their little video. With Brexit and the finances and the cost of living and petrol and gas prices and this and that, it's an absolute nightmare for people financially. You don't walk around saying, are you skinned? Do you want me to come and see you? Use the scripts that work. Go on the training again and then go and put into practice what you taught for a few days, and you will get the results and you'll get your points and you'll get every reward you deserve.
Brilliant. So we talked about that. So goal setting number 1, list building number 2, pick your phone up, look at, have you spoken to everybody in your phone, learn those scripts. Point 3 was training, because you can just redo your online training without having to go to the classroom trainings to start with. I mean, just as a fresher, great way to get you back into the new year. So rather than wait 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks before you get going in the new year, if you feel you need a refresher, there's loads of videos, on the training portal. It is absolutely unbelievable now. So we said that. And then your other points, book appointments. And don't worry about the negatives about people who aren't there and don't want to see you or whatever, So
a little thing I give to Sam, because he's similar personality when he's on a tennis court, like very driven, but he's a nice guy. He's much nicer than me when he talks to people. In the script, he did his little story. Hi, it's Sam. I've just started a new business to fund me tennis, because I'm full-time tennis now. I wonder if you could do me a favour. Could I pop round and just show you what it is? Yeah. If it'll benefit you, that's great. If it won't, I'm sure you know 1 or 2 other people it will benefit.
Yeah.
And he's got people I've asked before saying, pop round. And I said to him, do you know what, Sam, even if you go there and you don't get them signed up as a customer or as a business partner, you've already broken the ice for referrals. So as you walk in, you just say, listen, I'm just going to show you a couple of videos. I won't keep you long, but while you're watching it, if you can think of 2 or 3 other people who this may benefit, and if you start getting lots of no's, you're going to get lots of referrals, and you're going to be, as you say, you always talk about building the pipeline.
Yeah.
Over the next few months, you're going to be run off your feet. And I'll tell you what, the time invested in this business by creating some urgency will pay you for years and decades to come, like we've found.
Yeah. And so this is a great month, isn't it? Because I heard on the radio the other day, the credit card debt, it naturally goes up in January, but it's something like 30% more have been spent on credit cards, and people have got bills that they've got to pay off as a result of all the stuff they bought at Christmas.
I always get moans at when I go to hotels. I don't carry credit cards anymore, and I was credit card debt to the hilt when I was a policeman. Yeah. If you've got credit cards, sir, no, I don't carry them. You look at you as though you just landed from Mars or something. It's like, no, I don't have any debt. Why? What's up with you? No, there's nothing wrong with me. I just found this fabulous business that cleared all my debt. And that was it. Another thing about you said about the online training, I've done it lots, and obviously, I'll say it again, we still do the do. We qualified for the 10 distributors and got the hamper. And there was people we were going to see that sat down and went, come on, we'll do the online training now. What the online training does, yes, they can go out now and sign customers up immediately. It gives them belief, it gives them confidence, and gives them the skills. It gives them everything. It's just like, go on there, do that. And I'm on the end of the phone if you need me. Because a lot of people don't sign distributors up because they think, I haven't got the time to go out and support them. Like we did years ago and like we still do now, the support is there, but it stops them as well pondering whether they can speak to people if they do the online training, because it really improves their belief and confidence. If you were doing the online training tonight, I'd phone you later and say, brilliant, isn't it? What did you like best? Oh, that cashback card and the way it all bundles together. I understand the light bulbs now. Can I really go out now and see people? Yeah, you can. Go to nice, happy, smiley people, fun people, helpful people. Do you know any of them? No, I don't. Well, you need to change your friends then. Fun, I know I'm talking fast now. Fun, helpful, happy, smiley people. Go and see 10, 20 of them over the next couple of weeks, 2, 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And what's the response you get?
So we're going to do that. We're going to online training. We're going to book appointments. We're going to book on the classroom training. There's loads to choose from, isn't there? There's obviously the getting started. There's the appointment masterclass, team building, and then of course there's your recruiting masterclasses that you put a few more on.
There's that many, and do you know what? You can't get too much training. But we got some people, and when we spoke to them, we said, "Oh, I haven't had time to gather customers because of all the events I'm going to." You've got to have that happy balance. And what we always found, and what we would advise, if you go on a training, you can book 2 or 3, but go on one and then put into practice. Because years ago, we used to go on a getting started training, put into practice what we'd learned, and then we'd go and sign 2 or 3 distributors up. So we'd go back to the getting started training to support them. The team building training, or the recruiting training, or the win a mini training. Whatever you said this at your seminar yesterday, I've tried door knocking, I've tried win a mini. I like speaking to people on the phone. I like talking to people in the street. That's my way. Yeah. But I know other ways work. So find what works for you. Find your personality and do it and enjoy doing it. That's the crucial thing. Enjoy doing what you do.
Yeah, have a bit of fun with it. So the other thing we talked about was the opportunity presentations, didn't we? Because I don't know how many people who know you, who are on the call. We might have some brand new partners that, don't know who Jimmy Chapman is. So how did you actually join this business? How were you introduced to it?
We joined as a customer on a Sunday.
Yeah.
On the Thursday, the distributor had phoned us up, a courtesy call. I know now we can use the portal when the services are being sent out, the cards. He just did a courtesy call. And on the call, he said, "Listen, I think I've got something that will really benefit you and the family. What are you doing on Tuesday night that can't be put off?"
Right.
Nothing. Why? And it was funny that a guy, Mickey Finn, was on your training. Yeah. Is that, and you've got, and we're so passionate about the opportunity presentations because he was a great distributor for bringing us in. But on paper, when he signed us up, he'd been in 2 years and had 8 personal customers.
Right.
And some people say, well, that was what he wanted to achieve, because if he wanted to do more, he'd done more. And all he did was follow the simple script that works. And Nick and I, thankful to Dave, we still use that script now. We went up to Carlisle the other week and we had guests there because they just picked up the phone and phoned some people I don't know, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Referrals off other people. Do you know anyone in the Carlisle area? What are you doing on Wednesday night? I think it was, that can't be put off. So we joined as a customer. And then we were invited to an opportunity presentation. And I know some of you and your teams, not you personally, some of the people listening to this call and their teams, you will sign thousands of customers up over the next few months. Please make sure you show them the whole presentation off of the business.
Yeah.
Please make sure you invite them to an opportunity presentation. Just invite them. Listen, as a brand new customer, I'd love you to come along and see the bigger picture of the company you've got involved with. There's a drink in it for you. Get the trainers to pay for the drinks. Buy them a drink, take them to the opportunity presentation.
Yeah, and Birmingham, and I know around the country it's been replicated. There's a huge buzz this week, again, because people are looking in January. We had over 30% of the audience were guests looking at the business for the first time.
Brilliant.
And that's absolutely key. But the other thing that I think we need to remind people is, we've said it so many times, but I think sometimes we forget how important the message is. But I had somebody come up to me after the opportunity presentation, an existing partner, been in the business for quite a while, and he just said, "Chris, I needed that tonight." And I think sometimes we forget, the opportunity presentation, it's a belief building presentation for the prospects, but also for existing partners, because sometimes, if you've had a bad week, you just need to go along, be with some positive people, be reminded of how brilliant the opportunity is and why you're doing it, so that you can go off and then have a great week following that. And I think people miss that. It's like, well, I haven't got a guest, so I'm not going to bother coming. How many times do we used to say, when you're having a great week, the opportunity presentation needs
all of us,
your enthusiasm
in this business, all of us. And when you're having a great week or a great month, go the presentation. When you're having a bad month, go the presentation, because there's times you'll be helping people and giving them tips and ideas and all the rest of it, and then there's times that you'll be helping people or they'll be helping you. And it's crucial. And as you say, there was a lot of people in the room yesterday at your seminar, and I've done trainings where there's been one person. I've done opportunity presentations where there was me, Robin, and Rod Bowden sat on the front row, and we had 50 seats out. And we delivered it. But I tell you what, when you've got 50 seats out and there's people standing as well, it makes, if you've got guests there, you'd be like, yeah, we've all done our best for the fabulous presenters at the front of the room. It lifts them. It's like being a footballer and having no one in the stands.
Yeah,
it's not the same. You've got to really, and that's a commitment. We went to at least 2 trainings and 3-4 opportunity presentations a month for the first 5-10 years. We're not saying you have to go to that many, but don't sit at home think, no, I haven't got a guest. Just go. You're absolutely right. Just that little injection, rubbing shoulders with someone who's had a good week. It'll be like, right, okay. And you can buddy up with people locally. I know a lot of people do that now as well. Go and do the minis with people, all that sort of stuff happens at the opportunity presentations. This can be a lonely business if you sit at home. And I'll tell you now, sitting on Facebook or the UW thing, that's not the real business. The whites of the eyes, as the guy who did a talk at your place yesterday, that's the business. Getting in front of people and watching their body language and the buzz and the excitement and signing up new people, and they're genuinely thankful that you've helped them financially, and signing up new partners who you've opened their eyes and said, do you know what, there is another way, there's a plan B here, and it's bloody brilliant if you work at it. That's what it's about, getting in front of people and looking in the whites of their eyes.
And the other thing we want to talk about was the power of events, didn't we? We've got Express Day coming up.
Ooh, it's very exciting.
But I was thinking again, what I wanted to really run through was, we know it's exciting, don't we? Again, there's people watching this who are going to watch this who they've never been before. So first of all, what is it, Jimmy? What is Express Day? If you could describe what it is, how would you describe it?
Yeah, just what's happened today. One of the best movies I've ever seen today. Yeah, exciting, buzz, funny, inspirational, all the rest of it. I can't put into words how good it was. All I could say to you is, Chris, you need to go and sit in the cinema in front of that screen and watch the movie I saw today.
What was the movie?
Jumanji in the jungle. It was great. I might take the kids next time. I just want to... No, it was brilliant, absolutely brilliant movie. And Express Day is the same. And I remember sitting in Express Day on my own, actually, when I had 6 personal customers many years ago. And it was just like an amazing movie in front of my eyes, and the best theatre show going, wow, this is real, this is brilliant. And you just got to be there. You've got to have your bum on that seat, because I put in my phone before, it's about activity in Express Day over the next 2-3 months. A&E, because if you don't do the activity and you don't get to Express Day, it will feel in April, May that you're having your worst ever visit to A&E, accident emergency. You'll feel absolutely gutted. There's no way I can explain how great this movie was, or a theatre production or a show was. All I can say is you've got to be there. Go and experience it. Go and feel it for yourself.
So it's either activity and Express Day, right, A&E, or...
Go to A&E and have your bumps felt. And I know I don't want to come across as arrogant. If you're a brand new distributor and if you've never been before, it's part and parcel of what we do with a brand new distributor. Get to the next major event. We've already got the kick-off seminars, which are absolutely amazing. But the next really big major event is the company event. And if you're serious about making hundreds, if not thousands of pounds with this company, and having holidays and cars and changing yours and your family's life, if that's your focus and your family deserves your focus and you deserve your focus, you will not do it without going to Express Day. And then when you've booked Express Day, take a guest along or take someone else along. I've never heard anyone come out of Express Day and go, well, that was a waste of time. They are absolutely buzzing in that belief. And you can't read that in a hot news on the Monday. You can't get that in a cop 2-3 weeks later. Oh, yeah, it was brilliant. Because you're going to hit the ground running and absolutely fly with this business. But that doesn't mean sit around waiting for Express Day. It's about now. That's why we have the kickoff seminars, getting some momentum in your business, getting some new people in your business. Some people who haven't done something for a while, phone them up and just say, listen, I know we haven't done anything for a while, but great thing about this business, they can't sack you unless you do something stupid. You're still involved. Is the time and right for you to have another look? There's going to be some major changes for the better, major changes, but you've got to be a player on the football pitch not a spectator in the stand watching this opportunity pass you by. That's absolutely crucial.
So Express Day, it's on 2 days. The dates are 17th and 18th of March. People book on the partner portal. It's in Telford at the Convention Centre. You were saying how many tickets have been sold already? Because we've broken a
record number so quickly. Over 3,000 sold already. I think it holds maximum about 6.
Yeah.
So just make sure you get on the phone, or if you're planning on taking new people there, because it will sell out. And if everyone who's already booked takes one person, and don't be that type of person go, oh, I've missed it. I never win the lottery, me. I never do this. Get on the phone and get as many people till the buzzer rings and says, sorry, we are completely sold out now. We are completely sold out. This is down for you to pick up the phone and encourage new people, your team, old team members, new team members, everyone to get there. I guarantee, and the company guarantees, and you will, Chris, they won't be disappointed. They will change their lives after that day. They really will if they put the activity in.
So if there's 3,000 already booked on, if those 3,000 partners who are booked on, if they either brought a guest or a brand new business partner, or like you say, make that call to somebody who hasn't done anything for a while. If everybody brought one other person, just spent the time to get at least one other person to come, that would double the numbers. We now have 6,000, the venue would be full. So it's not a huge task, but it does, we've got to pick up the phone and we've got to make that call, got to connect with people, and they've got to hear our enthusiasm coming across onto why.
There's another one you could do. Go through your commission statement and see which customer pays you the most every month.
Yeah.
And just phone up and say, listen, you're my best customer by far. As a thank you, get them a ticket and take them along to Express Day.
Yeah.
Invite one of your customers or 2 of your customers or 3 of your customers to Express Day. Okay, don't just go on your own and then leave and go, God, I wish I'd brought people here.
Yeah.
Take people with you.
Make sure.
That's a good thing about this business. Together, everyone achieves more. I've sat in Express Day on my own. It was brilliant. I met some nice people and got inspired, but watching the faces of new people who've never been before, or people, as you said, who've been in a while and go, wow, I'm glad I come now. Come on, let's do this. Who knows where you'll be this time next year?
Yeah. And I mean, we've got a bit of an insight into the format of the day, haven't we? Because it is a brand new format. I mean, we've got
the format. Sorry, yeah.
The keynote speaker is John Addison, who was actually the CEO for 15 years of one of the most successful network marketing companies in the whole of America. And I mean, and they used to bring in. Well, they still do. He's just not the CEO anymore. 20,000 business partners every single month. Now, I know America's a bigger country. However, what we're looking to do is this is a launch pad to double the size of the business, double the size of the distribution that we've got at the moment. And John Addison is coming along to speak to us all, but he's also advising the company, isn't he, on how that we can really, really take the business on to the next level. I've read his book. And it really is, you just can't miss him. Just to spend time in front of that guy is going to be worth it, isn't it?
You've got to look into the whites of someone's eyes and see if you believe them. He's committed to at least a year with us working. He did do wonders with that company.
Yeah.
When you think about our company, we've done wonders already. We've been going 20 years. And it will go to 2%, 4%, 6%, the size of the marketplace. And you've got to decide whether you're in or you're a spectator or one of them people who say, oh, remember that business. And this is it. This is the year. I don't get that excited about stuff. I like hard work. Yeah, I like enjoying my life. But to get excited about Express Day like I'm feeling now, and the buzz and seeing the other directors, the other DBM members, the likes of yourself who we've known for years, you can feel it. And that's why we're doing this call tonight, to say, please don't make the wrong decision and think, oh, I'll wait and see what happens, because you could miss the boat. You've got to be in there to get that injection that day.
Yeah. And some of you may or may not know, but on the partner portal, there's a PDF you can download, which is going to give you some ideas on scripts, the way you can approach people using the telephone. Absolutely key to get on the phone. We're not talking about emailing people or sending them Facebook messages, but there's some great ideas on there. Just to give you an idea of what you need to say, but there's a couple of things on there. I mean, there's one lovely script which is really, when you're phoning somebody up, and I'm talking to you, Jimmy, and it's just along the lines of, Jimmy, listen, I know you're busy. I know you haven't done anything for a long time. But the reason I'm calling you is I just care about you, and I just feel really, really uncomfortable if I didn't really explain to you why you've got to be at Express Day. It's going to make a massive difference, and that's the only reason I'm calling. I'd just be really uncomfortable if I never made this phone call. So I hope you appreciate that.
Send me the details. Yeah, you would.
Yeah, and the
People
other
don't
thing,
care how much you know until you know how much you care.
yeah, and it is about caring about people. You know, I genuinely, I don't know whether you've ever had this happen, but sometimes, you know, when people join the business, they join, you know, you've got people in your business like this, and they do want to do it, but something happened in their life, and they're a bit frightened to come back, you know, because in our old fashioned, you know, in the jobs and that type of thing, if you quit or if you stop, then it's hard to open that door back up again. But the door is wide open, and we need to make people aware of that they're, you know, welcome them back with open arms, make them feel comfortable about getting back involved, and that there is an actual path they can follow. We talked about it, you know, following the training system. But, you know, make Express Day, for these people who have maybe gone dormant, just their launch pad. It's going to make a massive difference to people if you can. And there's so many stories about senior group leaders in particular who did put the business down and then picked it back up again as a result of somebody caring about them, caring enough about them to invite them along to Express Day.
It is. It's absolutely, that's one of the benefits of this business. Stuff happens, and as you say, we can go on about all night different stories of different people and amazing stories, but what about making your own story? What about getting someone there and listening to their story? Because that's what's, when I listened to Karen and yourself yesterday, through a bump into chance meeting with Karen, didn't know her many, many years ago, and see the impact it's had on your lives, your kids' lives, and so many thousands of other people's lives. And you think, do you know what? I'm glad I made that call. I'm glad I give them my card. I'm glad I spoke to that person that day. I'm glad I phoned someone.
Yeah.
I think in the UK, it's human nature to just close the doors and get stressed and upset and all that. There's a helping hand there for people. I'm not saying Express Day is going to give them everything, but just a bit of belief and a bit of focus, and a draw the line in the sand moment for many people who do go there and make that decision.
Well, it is going to be the biggest and the best ever Express Day the company's done. The planning's in place. It's a different format. It's going to start.
It's starting a little bit earlier.
Yeah, it's going to start a bit earlier.
10 o'clock, and I want to put this perspective on people.
Yeah.
That some people said, 10 o'clock start, that's a bit early. I've got to leave at 4:30 on Wednesday morning to go somewhere because I want to change my family's life. I see people on the news on Boxing Day who sleep rough outside next to get a pair of socks for 50p because they really want them socks. I'm not playing it down, I understand, but guys, ladies, if it's half an hour earlier, I don't know what it is. It's worth it. That's what you've got to decide. Is this time worth my effort? Is this business worth my effort? Is this effort going to benefit me, my family for years and decades to come? And if the answer is yes, just put the excuses and the moaning and groaning seriously to one side, because I know it'll be worth it. I know it'll be worth it. We drove 9 hours from Scotland the other day, more or less non-stop. Yeah, another reason my back's really bad, but it was worth it. Now, I know some people won't travel down the road to an opportunity presentation or pizza or pick the phone up to speak to people. You've got to decide yourself, your decision, is it worth it? Do I want my life to be better? And if it is, you will do whatever it takes, because that's what's absolutely crucial.
Absolutely. And we talked about, what about this ABC you mentioned? What does that stand for?
I keep this business simple. ABC, activity, do it. Belief, and this is swings and roundabouts now. If you do the activity, your belief will grow.
Yeah.
If your belief grows, you'll do more activity.
Yeah.
You got a lot of QDs up on stage yesterday, and that was the thing. They all had 2 arms, 2 legs, 1 head. They're just extraordinary people doing extraordinary things. And you think, God, they had belief to go out and sign 3 customers. Now they've got 3 customers and they'll earn some money. They'll have even more belief, so they'll do more activity. And that's another thing. The C is consistency.
Right. So I love that.
Steve Critchley used to say to us, it's just doing the bored and mundane stuff every day. But you got to twist it, not contradicting Steve, but helping people change their lives is exciting. It's not boring and mundane. It's exciting. It really, really is. And I'm glad you've helped me so much, Steve, if you're listening over the years, because this business has changed our lives. And I think with Alex and the company, the directors and the leaders in the business, we all met early December. we're fully committed 100% to being engaged with this business, doing the activity, leading from the front, and we will look back, we always do, we will look back in the next 2-3 years and go, wow, I'm glad I made the decision to be shoulder to shoulder with these people that year, be at that Express Day, look into the eyes of people who are going somewhere, and together we will smash through 1 million, 2 million customers. I know we will. Otherwise, we may as well go and do something else.
Yeah. No, that's happening now. Well, you can see the company's putting everything in place. So ABC, I love it. Activity, and that builds belief builds activity, and then do that consistently, and you've nailed it. ABC, love it.
Yeah.
So
before end up in A&E.
Then we got A&E. Yeah, either do your activity and go to Express Day, or end up in A&E. So that's another little one line we've got there. And we talked about, draw a line in the sand and what to do as a new ID. And there were 7 things where there is goal set, make sure you got goals in place, build that list, pick your phone up, have you spoken to everybody on the phone, use the scripts that you taught on training or some of the stuff that you've shared, Jimmy. Do the online training, that really puts you in great stead, builds your belief. You can do it now. Book your classroom training, which is important as well. Make sure we attend those opportunity presentations. There's 60 of them at 60 different venues around the UK. There is one every single day of the week except Friday, Saturdays and Sundays. So you've got plenty of opportunities to bring guests along. And then, of course, book your Express Day ticket and do it quickly, because these tickets really, really are going to sell out. So is there anything else you wanted to add before we close the call, Jimmy?
You've been sensible enough and lucky enough to be given this opportunity, enjoying this opportunity, grasp it with both hands. And even if you can only put in, I was reading something today, half an hour a day is 2% of your full day. If you can do one call a day, just give it half an hour a day and give it 90 days. But when you're doing it, treat it as a business and do it properly.
Treat it seriously.
A lot more, you'll get a lot more rewards. And you will start that one step of a 1,000-mile journey of walking in the right direction for the rest of your life. And it's so exciting. I really do honestly believe it's so exciting. Looking forward.
Brilliant. And of course, there's the kickoff seminars. Karen and I ran ours yesterday, but what we're going to be doing, I'm at Wes's seminar, which is this coming weekend. He's running it over 2 days, but I'm not going to go I'm going for 1 day on the Saturday. Then I'm at Steps seminar on the Sunday, and then I'm at the Midlands kickoff. Now I know the Midlands kickoff has got tickets left, only a few.
I'm at the Midlands kickoff as well.
You're at the Midlands kickoff?
Yeah, I can mention the Scotland kickoff because we've got an event up there, but Spencer and Rod said Scotland's already sold out. So if you are even sitting on the fence thinking of going, go onto the partner portal, look at the kickoff events available, or if there's any of your team members, and make sure they go along, because they're all absolutely brilliant, highly motivational.
Absolutely brilliant. All right. So, Jimmy, I think that's the end of the call. I think we've gone through everything we said we were going to go through. I hope that's been really, really helpful for everyone.
Brilliant at your job. Keep an excited Jimmy Chapman under control and on time. Well done, you, Chris. Round of applause.
So, again, thank you so much for being on the call. And I am really looking forward to 2018. All right.
And happy birthday to you, Chris. Enjoy the rest of your 50th birthday that you've now celebrated 10 times.
See ya.
Bye, mate.
Bye.